Sheena Rayvon. Don't adjust your camera. Yes, it is a melanin explosion up in this piece, okay, today. So today on Safe Space with Sheena Rayvon, as you guys can see, I have guests. I'm doing the round table talk. And today, ladies, right, we will be talking about only the strong thrive, right?
Yes.
They love to say only the strong survive. No, only the strong thrive. So I'm so excited for these women that took out the time today, their busy schedule to come out and join me. All right, ladies. So we're going to go through and we're going to do an introduction to each and every one of you. Okay. So first, I'm going to go with Anna. And I'm going to ask that you tell the people your name and what you do for a living.
Hi, I am Shanerica. They call me Anna, for future purposes, because that's the household name. I am a real estate professional all over Florida.
I love that. And then what is something that no one would know about you that was maybe like a childhood dream of yours?
Um, Nothing because I'm so loud, I'm so vocal. Everybody knows that I wanted to sing. I wanted to sing
Oh,
since
I
I was
didn't
a
know
little
that.
girl.
Okay.
And girl, I sang everywhere.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, you were
so
singing in the beginning of this fight.
I mean, yeah, I be singing all the time. Like it just
Say, I was
flows.
trying to tell you
But
something.
your voice is beautiful, so I love that. I love
You
that.
heard Shatavia?
Yeah.
Girl, listen, she sent us one. What you said on that voice recording?
Sister.
Oh my goodness. I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. Perfect, perfect. Well, speaking of Shantavius, you're next.
Yes, absolutely. So I am Shatavius Johnson. I am also a real estate professional. I service buyers, first time buyers, home sellers, relocation, military, all things real estate. I am. And I absolutely love and adore what I do. My passion is people and providing service. I have a heart for service, whether it be in real estate or just anything that I can offer and support anybody, because I love people. So that is part of who I am.
Great. And you already spoke about what you do for a living. So, what
Mhm.
is one of the childhood dreams that no one would probably know about you?
Same thing. I actually used to sing all the time. Want to be a singer. I wanted to be an attorney and a businesswoman. I always said I would have a corner office
love that.
and I will be this business professional, whatever it was. I didn't know about real estate at the time, so I would just say business person. And so that has come into fruition. I have a bachelor's degree in business
Oh,
administration,
I love that.
and I have had a corner office with the Riverview at one time.
love
So
it.
God has been completely faithful.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Well, thank you. And next, last but not least, we have Marshawn.
Well, I am Marshawn Sejour, and I am also a real estate professional in addition to a registered nurse. Because I have
Wow.
been a nurse as well for 15 years.
So you're dual careering it.
I do a
Yes.
I
career
love
right
that.
now, yes. And I absolutely love helping people and families. And I actually use my nursing to assist with real estate. So helping
Amazing.
nurses, doctors, CNAs, janitors, everybody, I'm willing to help.
Okay,
Amazing.
great. And then what is a childhood dream that you have?
I always wanted to be a dancer.
Mm.
Yeah.
Dancing
I'm
for
a
money.
private
Wait,
dancer,
dancing
dancing
for
for money.
Do
What
what you want me to
you
do.
do?
Now, was that type of dancer or you want to be a praise dancer? Jesus.
Wait a minute. She wanted to be uh, like a hip hop dancer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I wanted to go to
Okay,
Juilliard
she wanted to be
school.
Broadway.
Yes, I wanted to do Broadway. I
Yes.
really did. I really did that, and also
You
I
look like a Broadway dancer,
I
though, like you
wanted-
could be.
I
And a
wanted.
singer. She looked like a Broadway singer.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't sing.
Okay,
Oh, I
okay,
can't say
okay,
nothing.
okay. In the shower.
But I also wanted to do Latin dancing.
Okay.
Oh, yes. I know I'm
Okay.
a try to,
Yes.
I know I'm a sing.
I still go to those classes from
You
time
do?
to time. Yes,
I
I enjoy that.
So you kind of
Awesome.
did bring the kid into your adulthood then.
Yes,
It sounds like,
Yes,
yes,
I
love
like
that.
it. I love it.
That's so good. Now, what these two ladies right here did not say and I want them to say is how far they came to come here to be on Safe Space with Sheena
Yeah.
Rayvon. Because I have some of y'all who be like, well, I'm over here. We can do Zoom. Well, not these two. Where are you ladies driving from?
I drove from Broward County. And I drove from Port St. Lucie.
Okay, so they all jumped on that highway together,
Yes.
and me and her came straight out of Palm Bay. You know
Straight
what
out
I'm
of
saying?
Palm Bay, straight out of Palm
Straight out of Palm Bay.
Straight out of Palm Bay.
Here.
Okay.
Yes. So I love that. I love that. Okay, good. Well, as y'all know, I'm Sheena Patterson, and one of my it's mimicking them, so it just lets me know that we are supposed to be together. I want to be a country singer in Nashville.
Nice.
And I still can do it because I am gonna go to Nashville and do some karaoke, and that's the closest to a country singer. And I'll make sure I video it. It's like, no.
Please treat me like my name is Anna, like I was born with it.
See, let's talk about that. The perception of the name.
Ooh, okay.
Our names.
All right.
You
so
know,
let's go
names
into there.
don't define
Define
us.
us,
Our
yeah.
names are not, when you on paper you would see a Shenerica, you would see a Shatavius. Sheena is passy.
No, they
Sheena,
they definitely get on
it's
me.
ethnic.
You have Marshawn.
And Marshawn.
Yep.
So it's
we
like,
all got one.
and so you feel kind of like, okay, should I go with the middle name or a nickname so I can get through certain doors? Because
or so my counterparts can pronounce it. 'Cause I
Correct.
don't understand how you get. Oh, how do
but
you
you
spell that?
can. But you can,
just how
because
you-
if you can pronounce Russian names, you can
Correct.
pronounce any other name
Correct.
except
I agree.
African names. You just choose not to.
Absolutely.
And then
It's a thing.
condescending when you can't, or
It's
I
a
don't want to say
thing.
you can't. It's a name.
I went by LaShawn for a long time
Correct.
to get a job. It was like, I'm LaShawn.
That was my
Like,
middle name.
That's why we was connected,
Okay.
because we got the same middle name and then we both Capricorn. So it's a thing.
I understand.
Like it was like an instant, like,
Through that door, she like.
is this me? Oh my God.
I
Like,
love it. I love
literally me with hair. 'Cause
Yeah. But I like both, so it's great.
it's been a thing my whole life. Like, oh, hi, Shanarika.
Whoa.
Oh, no. I used to be a text messaging specialist, and I'm like, thank you. My name is Shanarika. Have a good day. Oh, thanks, Samantha. You
Wait
did
a
not
minute.
read that.
Where?
You did not read
I used to say my name was
baby.
Samantha. I wanted to be a Samantha.
Oh, you did want to be Samantha?
Yes, I did.
That was a little more easier.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier
When I did
because
telemarketing.
the minute that it's okay, like, oh, I applied for this one job maybe like 2 years ago when I was still employed, and one of my friends worked closely with the recruiter, and she tells her she was passing the application because she could not say my name. I got the job.
I couldn't say it either.
I was going to
sis.
say.
I mean,
I got the job now.
I couldn't say it
I
either.
turned it down,
Mm.
but I got the job.
But you got the job.
So-
Wow.
You mean to tell me I was your choice
Not
after the interview?
correct.
But had we never made it to the table,
If just
Yes.
by my name.
Correct. Unfortunately.
just my name.
That's our story.
My name stopped this from. So my mom has always told me it's okay. Like, she's like, it's okay, just change the name, change your name. You should have changed it a long time ago. But then once I got into real estate, no, like, I'll still go by Anna
Put some
because that's my
respect on
nickname.
my name.
However,
That's why I don't do
that's why I am Shanerica.
Yes.
There's no I'm Anna to you. No, I am
You have
Shanerica.
a nickname? No.
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 No, you want to learn how to pronounce this one? Okay.
Should tell
Well,
you.
good. So that right there takes us to our, we're talking about experiences and situations that we've been through, right?
Mhm.
So let's continue on with the name because you have a great story about your name
Yeah.
and whatever you want to share. I'm
Absolutely.
open
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, no worry. So, I mean, of course, my birth name is Shatavius. My middle name was LaShawn Strobel. And so, growing up, it was on all of my legal documents. However, I had a cousin who couldn't pronounce it, and they wanted to nickname me and my twin brother Kizzy and Chicken George from the movie Roots.
And your brother's name is George.
Right, and his name is Ladravius.
Yes.
And so he don't mind it.
Mhm.
I do, because I looked up the meaning of the name. Because
I love
the
that.
meaning of our names have some importance, and what we call each other, that's what you're calling forth, right?
Correct.
So
Life and death is on the power of
in
the
the
tongue.
pool, come
Come
on,
on.
don't
Mhm.
start me. So yes, that's pretty much what it was for me in 1995.
Yeah.
I was 18,
Oh,
and I got saved,
okay.
and I started growing in the
Meaning
scripture.
you gave your life to Christ, just
Yes.
for those who may not
yes.
be
Give
the
my
lingo.
life to Christ. Actually, you can't give your life to Christ
Correct, 'cause he's
because he
already
gave
gotten
it to us.
Yeah.
we just rededicated to him.
Rededicate.
So, but
Come on now.
I, decided to get saved, and I started learning the scripture, and I was getting revelation of the words and power behind the word.
Okay.
So I said, let me look up Kizzy.
Because that was a
And-
slave name
Yeah,
for the
absolutely.
world.
Correct.
So go ahead.
And George both were slaves in the movie Roots.
Okay.
And Kizzy means stay put. Chicken George in the movie Root was Kizzy's father. And
really
they
good.
named her Kizzy because he didn't want her to be sold.
Oh, okay.
So prophetically to
Stay
him,
put.
it was, I want you to stay with me and,
Yes.
and your mother, or
Yes.
at least stay with me forever. So it had a significance to him, but that stay put for me had a whole different kind of meaning, because of the childhood that I had.
Yeah.
I wasn't raised by my biological mother.
Wow.
And so we were given away as children. And that, for me, stay put, no.
Mm-hmm.
So when I turned 18, I was like, no, I do not want to be called Kizzy.
Mhm.
Shatavius is an absolutely beautiful name.
Yes, it is.
And I want to be called that. And so when people say, oh, I can't pronounce it, no, let's practice. K B yes.
That's right.
And I said, now don't that sound pretty when you pronounce it, when that come off your tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay,
Let's let
going
it roll
forward,
off.
call me Shatavius.
Yeah.
So no, I cannot go by a middle name or even a nickname. Now
Yeah.
I dropped my middle name when I got married because, I didn't care for LaShawn either. So when I started my real estate business, I started it under Strobel.
Okay.
And so I said, you know what? A lot of my stuff is associated with
Under
that.
Strobel.
So I didn't want to change
You
anything.
hyphenate.
Yeah. So I didn't hyphenate.
Oh.
I just dropped my middle name
Okay.
and made Strobel my middle name.
Oh.
And kept
I
my.
love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Good idea.
Shatavia
I was
Strobel
thinking that.
Johnson.
Okay.
No hyphenation.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Marshawn, do you have a name story?
Actually, I am not change. I'm not changed my name. I'm like, my name is Marshawn, and when they act like they have a problem, I just say, Mar like Marsha,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Marsha.
Right.
and then Sean, just like
Brady Bunch
Sean.
for you young
like,
Yes.
yes, like you
Mhm.
spell Sean, it's
Put it together.
Marshawn. Put it together, and you got it. Oh yes.
Oh, that
that's
makes
my-
sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I'm curious to know about your last name. I've never
Oh,
heard that.
that is.
Is
It sounds like
that
an actress
French?
name.
Is it French?
French is my husband's last name.
Wow.
His family's from Haiti,
Okay.
so it is.
I
love
recognized that
that.
it was
Yeah.
French. Sure, I
Oh,
saw it.
wow.
And it rings with me too, Marshawn.
Yes,
It
it's like
does.
it's your.
It sounds so high class when you
Yeah,
say
it's
it
real
together.
Gucci. It's giving
Very, very.
Like I love it though. I think that is a beautiful last name.
Yeah,
like,
I
was
love
like,
it, yeah.
wow, and that fits you. fits you
does.
perfectly.
It is.
So you're supposed to be with your husband.
Yeah.
So if you ever try to leave, we keeping that name.
We keeping that name.
Keep it
Okay.
that
We keeping that name.
Everything
Still
is
in
that
there.
name.
Everything. Everything. We keeping that name.
See, I was
Tina
married
said
to a
she-
Haitian. That's why I
Keeping my
recognized that it was
name.
French
Oh,
name,
okay.
and so I had a name Cabro, and I didn't want to drop that name,
You-
but because I wasn't married and I had no children by him, so I didn't.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I won't keep the name, but I love Shatavius Cabro because you couldn't tell if I was American or
Yeah.
African American or not.
Correct. Until they seen you. And
Until
still
they
can
seen
really
me.
tell
They
if you
still
think
can't
about
because
it.
they think
because we,
they think I'm
it's
from
different.
somewhere else, like
Yeah.
from
Cuba. Oh.
from they think I'm Arabic.
Oh, okay.
It's like, well, I've gotten questions. Are you Cuban? Are you Arabic? Are you Roman? Because Shatavius. And the name is derivative from Octavia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and that's so funny because that's my middle name.
Oh, my goodness. Look at the connection
My name
here.
is-
I love that.
Because we were
Bye,
supposed to be
connection.
here.
We was
together.
definitely supposed to be
Like,
here.
literally.
Good.
What about your name, Sheena?
All right. So my name, I have no, stories like y'all extravagant stories. But I have my biggest thing is people knowing how to spell my name.
Mhm.
So I always get asked, "Oh, how do you spell that?" And I always tell them,
Sheena?
yeah. So it's 2 E's because you have some people that do
Different
2
spelling.
N's.
Yes.
And then
Sheena.
Sheena.
No.
Oh,
they wouldn't
Sheena,
put
yeah.
Sheena.
And then if you think about it, you
Okay.
have
Got it.
Tashina Arnold, which
Okay.
her name is spelled Tichina.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
All right.
So, it's
I mean, which is normal because there are different spellings like there.
exactly.
So you
So
know
why can't the names be
the
different?
name-
like
Because
that?
can you read? Why are we saying Sheena? I'm so confused with
Well,
the
Well,
if
it
you
Sheena.
depends
think about
on
it,
where it comes from.
where it
No.
comes, what country? Yes, it
Yes,
does. Because
yes,
I'm
it
gonna tell you
does.
why, and
No.
I figured this out.
Okay.
So when
give
I
me.
go read from other countries, just like Yeshua, for
Yes,
instance, right?
yes.
Jesus. That no, it's Jesus, right?
Yes.
Right.
In another country. So I'm just saying it's different for different places. So
Yes.
depending on who
Yeah,
you're
it's,
talking
the
to, it can
pronunciation is completely
pronunciation. And
different.
English is the hardest language,
Correct.
right?
Okay. Is it really?
English
Yes.
is the hard, which I
Yes.
think Spanish is the hardest language.
I think so
But that's
too.
because we speak English.
Right. Yeah.
Think about it. The reason why they say English is the hardest language is because, like she said, it has different meanings. There can be THERE or THEIR, or you get what I'm saying? So
I get
imagine
it.
if you come from another country and you're trying to figure that out. We grew up in school learning that.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah.
So we have to understand this is why it is, a little difficult.
And so is the names. you
Yes,
know,
the
because
names
you can-
are, and that's
You
where
can
my
have a
grace comes
Cameron.
in
My son name is
people.
Cameron with the
Now,
K. There's a Cameron with the C.
C.
And also,
No, the people that were here, you came from here. You woke up. You were born. You came out of here.
Mhm.
You went to school like I went to school.
Mhm.
You learned like I learned. Right?
Mhm.
This is your first language. As a matter of fact, it's your only language.
Mhm.
Why would you say Sheena?
well, that's for
Yeah.
those people.
Yeah.
But the
Okay.
people that are not
Now
from
that's
here,
the part that loses
yeah.
me. Now if they're not from here, now y'all don't judge me, please. Because when I went to Mexico and that man said "Shanarica," I said "See."
My child is like talking about wee wee.
I love it when you roll that R. Shanarica. See.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, that
I
was
love
good
it when
for
you
you.
roll the R.
That was
If you think
good.
about that word in
Yeah.
itself, that word CSE, but in the English is
SEE, SEA.
I can let this go.
Or
I can
the-
let
or
those
the
go.
letter C.
Those I can let it go. I can
But
let
you're not
all
gonna
of
let
these
my
go.
name go.
I'm not going to
The
let
spelling of my
the
name.
Americans spell that name with two N's. I am not. I
well, it's
refuse.
preference because you can make your name unique though.
I'm
Yeah,
not
you
letting
can.
the Americans spell
That's true,
Sheena's
too.
name with two N's.
Because a lot of people be trying to say my daughter's name because I spell it is Asia, but I spell it ASIJA, and they be like
Okay.
Asaja.
Okay,
I need
yes.
that
you
J to be
know?
silent.
Okay,
Now,
I
you
will do
did
that.
learn that in school.
Right.
That-
Yeah.
One thing I learned
I
about
will
that
do that.
was a silent letter, a vowel.
Yeah, yeah. I would definitely.
My granddaughter know that.
I can see that. I can see that. I would
yeah.
definitely
So,
say
What happened?
kids,
aside.
Yeah, it
trying to
happens.
take this like this.
Oh,
you know.
thank you.
I'm just not. I'm not
There we go.
giving
Because
them
that hair
that
is
shit.
gorgeous. That hair
Thank
is
you.
gorgeous. All right. So so something that I really wanted to discuss, ladies, because if you think about it, as Black women, and we know because all we can speak on is Black women, we are the most unprotected,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I hate to say species, but people, Black women, right?
Mhm.
Correct.
I mean, when you think about it, you're a woman
Mhm.
and you Black,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
To me, though, so in the Bible, in the
Mhm.
book of life, it talks about God created man and woman.
Mhm.
He never know. Who told you was Black? Just like he asked Adam and Eve, who told you was naked?
Right.
Because who told you was Black? Who told you you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because who said that? It's
Mhm.
society that put those labels,
Yes.
right?
And limitations.
So as Black, African American, however we want to, call ourselves, I go by Black.
I
American.
was gonna say
I
I
do Black
recently
American.
changed from saying African American
Yeah, I'm Black
because
American. I've never
Black
been to
American.
Africa.
I've never been to Africa.
I want to go.
I agree.
I don't care to go, although I did an ancestry, and a lot of my
Yeah.
blood is in different continents of
Okay, of
Africa.
Africa. Mhm.
But I identify as Black American, and specifically the reason is in the day of technology,
Mhm.
and you have these people in everybody's opinion about who we are or who we are not.
Yeah.
And what I've learned is African have issues with Black American,
Agreed.
and they do not identify the same way as we do. Where we
We'll represent
typically
them.
will represent them,
Yeah.
love them, embrace them,
Mhm.
and support them 100%, and you don't see it reciprocated from their end. And so I recently was like, you know what? I don't want to identify as African. I'm going to scratch that off any application.
I've always
that
put
part.
Black.
American.
I've
Boom.
always put Black.
Black.
I've always
American.
put Black. Because that's what I'm called in America.
Absolutely. Black.
Right? And anytime someone addresses me as African American, no.
No.
I'm Black American, and I'm an American. I'm an American.
Born
I'm a
here.
human being, but I am an American because I was born and raised in America.
Now, let me say, I have a lot of friends that are Caribbean.
Mhm.
And I remember at one point, like a few years ago, I was online dating. Don't ask me what I was. And the guy goes, "What's your nationality?" And I was like, "Just plain old American." And he was like, "In Florida?" I was like, "Yeah."
Uh,
He was like, "It's more than just what you think, right? Like, there's a lot of us."
Mm.
And I was like, I guess I'm pretty, shallow. I just probably go outside and go back in the house, I guess.
Mhm.
But for a while, I started to think, and then I started to get upset. And I went through a whole cycle of I was angry.
Mm.
And I was so angry because how do you come here and you don't like us?
Mm.
We were here. We fought to be
You mean,
here and
how
be
do you
free.
bring us here? Is that what you're saying?
How is
said
everyone
come.
from the
Every
Caribbean?
other
Oh,
Caribbean
okay.
person
Come
come
here.
Okay.
and
And you
insult.
look at us and say, "I'm better than you and I don't like you."
Mm.
But do you realize that we made this the land of free,
Mm.
where you're actually able to now come here
Mm.
and inhabit the same space that we,
They're not taught that.
and you don't like us,
They're
and
not
you're
taught
better than
that.
us. And when you see us, and this is the reason why, as just minorities in general, we will never become the majority because mentally we're always the minority. Never going to happen. We can't get along from one day to the next.
Correct.
We
Correct.
kill us more than anybody else kills
This
us.
this is a miracle. This circle in itself.
Yeah.
Well, you
Because
have to
we're not in
also
competition.
remember that we understand who we are and whose we are.
Yes.
Mhm.
So there is no competition.
Correct.
Right.
We each are from different brokerages, right? We're
Yes.
individually ourselves,
Correct.
but we still support one
Yes.
another.
Collaboration.
And that's what safe space is about. It's a space that is safe, that you can speak how you want and how you feel.
Yes.
And
Correct.
those with opinions have them. Everybody has them,
Absolutely.
just like we all know it.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure that, we are heard because we're not heard.
Right.
Like
Correct.
we are told that we complain, we are angry when we
yes,
get
we are.
passionate. Right. And that's why I wanted to have this conversation, because it's not anger, it's passion.
Correct.
I feel passionate. You feel passionate about that.
Correct.
And that is your experience. It may
Yes.
not be my experience. It may not be
Mhm.
somebody else's experience, but don't take away your experience
Exactly.
and say, no, that's not true. No, it's not true for you,
But it's true for me.
Yes.
Exactly.
you understand what I'm saying? So I'm glad that you spoke on that. Marshawn, I know you like to fade off in the background and not say nothing. Just listen. Girl, I'm going to pull you up out of
My
here.
girl is more
Yay.
support.
Not today. You not going to do that today. Now, let's talk about it, Marshawn.
She was most excited about it too.
Okay.
And
I know you enjoying it, so
I am.
let me hear some of the things.
What I will say, I will piggyback on what Shantavia said, is that, us being in this safe space and being as, women collaborating together. Me and Shanerica went to this, they called it, was a big to do for millionaires who came
Okay.
and talked to us about
Yeah.
real estate.
Okay.
And the one thing that I told her that I got from all that is that white people, they don't care if they don't like each other. They gonna collaborate
Correct.
Come together.
and make money together.
Yeah.
That's what they going
Without being jealous.
Crabs in a barrel.
Without
Without
being
being crabs in the
they
barrel.
are
Every
gonna
single
make
time.
sure
Correct.
that they do this to collaborate. Because one of them is like in Miami, the other one in Boston. Then the
Correct.
partner is in California,
Yeah.
the other one in New York.
Mhm.
It's like they come together to get with you get the client. Okay, we both coming to talk to the client to do, and we were just talking about that because we have another agent in our broker. She has a team, and we were just talking about it. And the one thing she said, I said, "Oh, that's so powerful." She said they came together because of COVID. So regardless of whoever got what, they were able to survive.
Right.
Both of them
Yeah.
together.
I love
So
that.
Yes.
you know what? No matter what, you can't think about you getting all the clients because this is
Correct.
your day today, and
Correct.
tomorrow
It
it
could
might
be
be
somebody.
mine.
Exactly.
Exactly. And when you work together, we can get so much accomplished
We can
in
stay
anything.
fed.
Exactly. So I want to piggyback off of that too, to say, our Caucasian brothers and sisters also are not scared to share their knowledge
Correct.
with us,
Correct.
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
I have come across several of my counterparts in our community, in the Black community, and they don't. It's almost like I'll share so much until it look like you gonna go beyond me, or
And then I have to stop.
Yeah.
right.
This is
And so, But my Caucasian counterparts, oh, they roll out the red carpet. There you go, Sheena.
What are the brands? Charmin, Bounty.
Come on.
But look, generic brands.
Yeah.
They don't just stop
No.
because
How did you
you
do
made
this
more
and how
money
did
than
you
me
do
this
that?
year.
Yeah.
They
You want to know
sit
why?
and they say,
Because
okay.
preference. It's
Yeah.
not the same market.
Correct.
Exactly.
Charmin, everyone don't buy Charmin.
Mm-mm.
Everyone
Exactly.
don't like the way Charmin
buy
feels.
Scott.
Everyone don't like the way Scott
feels
feels.
Exactly.
rough,
And so,
but it's thin, baby.
so
It'll
with
last
that
long.
with that understanding, you
Thank
know,
And it ain't gonna clog my
they don't
pipe.
mind. I love it.
No, you're correct about that. And I think that's like the biggest piece, right? Because as we talk about, I'm so happy you brought that up. That we talk about how, because I don't ever want somebody to feel like we're just like bashing.
No, no,
Again,
right,
these
right.
are our experiences
Experiences.
and my experiences. With the Caucasian community, especially since I've been in real estate, has been great. My
Absolutely.
experience with the Black community has been bad, unfortunately.
Hell.
Where it's like, oh well, or even okay, let me say this. So I had a situation where I went out with some fellow of my people, because at the end of the day, when we get this business, first of all, it can be very lonely. Let's
Yes.
start there. Right?
Very lonely,
That's
stressful.
why we started this out. So it can be very lonely, and sometimes people don't understand, especially going from a worker
Yeah.
that has a dependable check
Yes.
to an entrepreneur, and
9 to 5.
we'll go deep into that. But going from 9 to 5 to I don't know,
24 hours.
owner.
I don't know,
Yeah.
All
right?
day.
So business owner, entrepreneur, you would think people would be happy for you, right? And so your circles change, right?
Correct.
So my circle has changed, and I go, but you always want to let them know
I'm
I
here
ain't
for
forget
you.
where I came from,
Right.
type
Right.
thing, which I don't
Right.
know more. So I went and went to this little dinner or whatever, and I was getting certain things. It might have been sushi or tuna or something, and they said,
Oh, you bougie.
"Oh wait,
Uh,
what you got?" So I said what I had. You've been with them other people, now you eat it.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I learned about sushi on a cruise
Mm-hmm.
with one of my Black sisters that took me on a cruise. I had never tried it, and I got tired of saying I don't eat that when I've never tried
Thank
it.
you.
How you don't like something you
You
ain't never tried it?
The name sound funny. I can't
Or
eat that.
oh, it's raw.
Mm-mm.
Oh, it's this and that. Oh, I gotta cook mine. Okay, so that's you. So this ain't for you. So you don't need none of these appetizers right here.
Lack of
I
exposure.
can eat it all.
Lack
Exactly.
of exposure.
So
Afraid.
just to like think about that, even like some of my women's like Be Wired,
Yes.
with Nicole Evans. Like
Yes.
I love that group.
love
We do a Bible study on
Whitney.
Zoom every Thursday, right?
Yes.
And Whitney, that's
She's a
my-
doll.
I love her.
Me too.
I'm gonna have to introduce right now.
Yeah.
She's having the brokers open. I wasn't able to make it. I'll
Yeah.
try that too. Yeah. So, to have that group and they're
Yes.
all women in
Yes.
business.
Yes.
And when we do our Bible study once a month, when y'all tell y'all it go deep,
Yeah.
it is so amazing, and it's on Zoom.
Invite us.
So I
Yes.
definitely will. It's
Yes.
on Zoom, so you can be able. To just be able to vent like we are doing
Yes.
now because we're like-minded. We're all in the same circle. And it's not to push anybody out.
No.
Correct.
It's just to say, like, I'm still the same person at the same time I'm not because I've evolved.
Correct.
And that is
Correct.
okay.
Correct.
And when you evolve, that is
We
great.
celebrate you.
And we're going to celebrate you. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who want to speak up when it comes to that, because that is very traumatizing. to me.
Listen,
Yeah.
evolving. Oh my God. I just cried about this 2 weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago, I just cried. And I'm like, I've been the same exact person for 37 years. But when I look in the mirror, the woman that's looking back at the girl is not the same person.
Right.
Those are two different people.
Right.
And sometimes like people will say, oh, well, maybe you need to change your content to this. Like, like show more of your personality. No, you don't realize that this actually is my personality.
Correct.
This is what I want. This is my path. This is what I'm choosing. And why? Because it makes me feel good. This is displaying who I am, not what you think. Like your idea of me, that's old. That's past.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
you should maybe, if that's where you want me to stay, then you're going to have to go back over there and deal with her. That's not me no more.
Yeah.
So
I
now
love that.
changing the circle of friends to surround myself with people that we're aligned. We want the same things. We're going the same places. And no matter how we get there, but we got the same goal. It's the same vision. I'm not missing a step. If I change something because I feel like this is going to make me better,
Yeah.
they're applauding me.
Yeah.
They're not saying, oh, why do you have to change that in order for you to fit in? Or why do
Oh.
you have to change that in order for you to get some money? Like, why do you have to? No, actually, this change feels good to me.
Absolutely.
I feel this
And
change
that's
did
what
on the
season.
inside.
that's
exactly.
what growth is. If people,
Everybody
if we
can't come.
understood what growth is, you
Yeah.
don't remain the same.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a change
Yeah.
Correct.
and
The seasons
evolving
change.
every year.
Mhm.
Okay?
Every year the seasons
And
change.
you're
Every
not
year.
supposed to remain the same.
No.
You're
Mhm.
supposed to grow and expand. Two things. Okay. People, there are some people in our lives and in you guys' life that can handle you in a low moment in your desert season and cannot handle you in an elevated season and a new part of who you are because it makes them uncomfortable. So in order for us to grow and become, we're forever becoming
Yes.
who a better version of ourselves. In order for us to do that, we cannot remain at a certain level, okay? And so with your growth, you got to be comfortable with your elevation.
Yeah.
In your elevation, the air is thin up there, boo. Everybody
Yeah.
can't handle that.
Absolutely.
That space gets very small in terms of your inhaling. You cannot even breathe if it's too many people in the elevated.
Altitude. Come on.
Okay.
That's
You
good.
know, I just love when Shatavia speak. Baby.
I know it.
Okay, so
She
with
knows
that
something.
understanding, everyone can go with you. Everyone cannot see you beyond a child version of you or a teenage version of you. So we got to be okay with that.
Yes.
I'm okay with that because I am a believer. I'm a Christian. So I'm not going to go do the things that I do before. How I do my content is going to be completely different than the way you do your content.
Correct.
The things that I say is going to be completely different than what you're going to get Jesus with me. Okay, even my client's gonna get Jesus.
Yeah.
You're also going to get substance.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm, you know,
Yes,
you
ma'am.
cannot remain shallow and an inch deep, but try to act like you know,
With big.
Bigger than the program.
and you just a fish in a. You think you a big fish in a small pond,
And
and ain't.
And ain't.
I heard
It ain't,
somebody
'cause I
say
can
the
get
other
on
day,
too.
I want to be a big fish in a big pond. I said,
How about be a big fish in the ocean?
Yes.
Because there are no limits.
no limit.
There is
Oh,
a depth.
I love that.
There's a depth that cannot be reached by human capacity.
At
So
all.
when
That's
you
good.
elevate and you switch and you want to become whatever fish you decide you want to be,
Yeah.
then make sure you become that one that can go into the depths of that
Of the
area that you
sea.
want to be in, or the heights
Yes.
that you want to be in. Because I don't want to be in the ocean. I want to be in the sky.
Yeah.
So you know.
Yeah.
But both are the same because
Correct.
it expands.
Exactly.
And there are no limits.
Correct.
I used to think people were so weird. Like, why is y'all going to explore space and other planets
Yeah.
down in that water? Like, what you doing down there?
Oh no. Now.
But then when you think about it, right?
It's
How
another
afraid
world.
are you
Yeah.
to actually go and explore what you can have?
Yes. Yes.
How afraid are you to do that?
Yeah. I love
Because
that.
you should want to know what's out there for you. What
Mm-hmm.
is it? Like, am I right here? Should I just stay here or should I
You
should I
won't-
explore?
You won't
what
know
the
you know how
world
to
is
swim
saying?
until you get out there to
I'm
do
trying
it.
to tell
That
you,
part.
because I said I couldn't swim my whole life. I got in that beach water one day and said I can't swim. I couldn't swim, and I got home and my 2-year-old niece was out there, no floaties on.
Just doing
I
her thing.
said,
No, there's no way.
Baby TTT. She
Yeah.
was like, okay, don't worry about it. Your mama do it.
Eh,
I learned to swim.
yeah, I love that.
What am I afraid of?
Yeah.
That I can't do
That
what
you
you
don't-
do.
yeah.
You 2 years old. Why you swimming and I'm 36 and I can't swim? Absolutely not. I grew up
Yeah.
with a pool in my backyard. Ain't
Yeah.
no reason I cannot
You
swim.
can't swim. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, what?
When I
want
was a
to swim.
teenager, this lady told me this, and it stuck with me forever. She used to work with me, bless her heart. She said, 'cause, you know, I was at the job working at Walgreens. I worked in the pharmacy for like 12 years, and prior to me becoming a nurse. And she said that, listen, they always doing changing stuff. This person, that person, this. I'm sick of them changing stuff. Why they can't just keep stuff the same? And she said, you know what, Marshawn? There's nothing more permanent in life than change.
Yeah, I love that.
So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
it's always gonna come a change, and you know you just have to get used to
Yes.
it. You get used to it, and you evolve the way you want to
Yeah.
evolve, and it's either people gonna come with
Yes.
you and they not.
So
you
what
roll
helped
with the
me?
punches.
What helped me with in corporate America with change? Because I used to feel the same way you did. Was they had us read the book "Who Moved My Cheese." Who moved my cheese? Everybody's little rats kept on moving their cheese, right?
yeah.
But what it was trying to teach you is that change is forever. Like
Yes.
there's
Yes.
nothing else but change,
Yes.
right? All right, so as you know, we can go forever, but I do want to wrap this up with this last thing that I would love for us to talk about. We're all mothers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Okay. And so I know that some of us have raised kids by ourselves, right? In other words, didn't have another partner or whatever. And like me and Shantavis, we got grown kids and grandkids. So yeah, I got 3 grandbabies. You got how many?
Two
Two
grandbabies.
grandbabies. Okay.
Y'all just be blowing my mind.
Well, black don't crack.
And
Especially that good.
go with that.
But yeah, so I definitely want to go around the room, and I want to start with you, Shantavis, when it comes to your journey of that and how those experiences turned you into the amazing woman that you are today.
Okay. So, I became a mother at a very young age, also got married at a very young age. My husband moved me. He said, I'm gonna when we met, I was a new mom. So my baby was like a couple months old. And my boyfriend then was 15 and I was 16 years old.
Wow.
He said, I'm gonna marry you and I'm gonna move you away from here and I'm gonna take care of you.
Sounded beautiful.
And I was like, yep, I'm right.
Especially where we came from.
on it. I'm on it, right? And so he did. He married me. He moved me away. He was military. And
Okay.
so
You live good.
I lived on as a military. I was living on the base, right?
You live good.
I was living on the base and connecting with the other women on base inspired me and taught me a lot about how to be a mom, a mother, because I didn't have the example that I wanted to have. I had the Huxtable. That was it. That was the only one that I could actually name on television, but in person, in a house, not so much, because I didn't like what I saw as a kid. So I had a
It wasn't 2
decision.
parents.
No, a bunch of women that can be
Raising-
problematic
Yes,
at
it
times,
can.
right?
We
I
so
appreciate-
strong.
Now,
Look,
don't
we
get it
so
twisted.
strong.
I appreciate the strength of my godmom, my cousins, and those that were a part of
Instrumental
my
in your life.
growing up. But becoming a woman, you didn't give me what I need. But anyway. I learned it from other women, but also learned that as a mom. But my experience were lonely oftentimes because my husband wasn't always with me.
Correct.
He was away, And then, of course, by this time, I'm 21 with 3 children. So now I got to do this thing by myself. And the strength that I had to have, I either had to decide if I wanted to be like my bio mom, which was absolutely not an option for me, or I was going to, dig my heels in the sand and become who I thought I wanted to be, or who I saw from the many different women that I encountered on the military base. And so I, struggled a lot, cried a lot. And my safe place is worship. I was on my face, y'all.
Yeah.
Praying and asking for, direction and strength. Now, I didn't always get it right as a young mom because I also was an angry mom.
Yeah. We young.
And learning. I had to learn how to be
Raising
me.
kids.
Had to learn how to be a mother. What I
Providing.
knew, though, for sure, was I wasn't going to be like my biological mom. I knew that for sure. So I had to make decisions that were opposite of everything that I saw.
Yeah.
I did completely different, the best that I could with the resources that I could.
Absolutely.
And I was grateful that God eventually surrounded me with other women that could speak into my life, that would help guide me to be the mom that I am and that I had become even as a young mom. The kids their friends were like, oh, we want to go over to your house because you got a cool mom. So it wasn't easy. It was a struggle because I worked full time and I went to school full time.
Yep.
So there was times that I didn't spend a whole lot of time with my kids because I had to build a life.
Correct. I love that.
If I didn't want to be there. But honey, girl was on Section 8. I went from living on a military base, y'all, to coming to the projects.
Okay.
And
that's a whole different.
Well, and not so much the building so much because the same government that built military houses
is building the projects. Yeah.
And it looked the same.
Yeah.
It's bigger on the military base than it is, in the projects, but
more protected.
I had yeah. And I had a different perspective. Okay, overall. And I didn't despise it. I just learned from it and built on it. And, it came with a great price because sometimes your kids don't understand. They grow up. Absolutely. Some of them resent you. Some of them don't like you. Some of them still mad at you.
Yeah. And ain't nothing you can do. You did the best you could do with what you had. I love that. So, and what was that? What was that for you? That you want to laugh or something? What's wrong? That that's too traumatizing.
No, it's
Just let me know. And it's
no,
the same space. So
no. It's not traumatizing. So
Like
my
that
son is
attention?
actually
No.
girl, no, I ain't gonna cry the face off.
Okay, I know that's right. I beat this face. You know?
Yeah, my son is autistic and
Okay.
he has cerebral
Oh.
palsy,
So it's really bad.
developmental delay, and he's nonverbal. So I
Okay.
push him to speak as much as I possibly can.
Okay.
Like I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Ask me.
Yeah.
Say it. And like he'll try sometimes. He like, you know. And I'm the first one in my family that actually has a disabled child.
Oh wow.
So there is really no parenting advice for me. There's no book on parenting in general.
In general,
So
correct.
now to take it even a step further, and it's like, oh wait, you got a disabled child?
Wait a
We
minute.
ain't got nothing for you. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have no basics. We don't have nothing. Like you can't look at my son and be like, oh, he 2 and he not walking. Now you know, he 2 and not walking. Like, come on now, you know. But we got to that point where he started walking and where he would say things, and he's very self-sufficient because I saw Ray. And Ray Mama didn't play that. So
Oh,
since
yeah,
Ray Mama don't play that.
You had
Yeah.
some inspiration.
Yeah, Ray Mama don't play that. I don't play that.
He did not treat him like he was
I don't
Yes.
play that when it
Yes.
comes down to him.
Yes.
Go get it. Go do it. No, you figure it out. Okay, you want this? You better ask me.
And
Like,
as a mother, I know that's
It's
hard.
hard.
you know, for the longest, I always wondered, like, what's wrong with me? Where it didn't feel until I realized that my son is a twin, and my daughter passed away when they were 5 days old. So I didn't realize that I was going through postpartum until maybe 3 or 4 years ago, when it finally hit me. Like the reason why you don't have the natural feelings is because
Detached.
completely.
Well, we didn't have language like that back then.
Yeah,
We just
Right.
got.
literally. Now,
Right.
so
I'm
I was-
DDing on a lot now
Yeah.
because I'm like,
I was completely gone. Like he fell down the stairs one day, and I was just like, "Okay, just get up."
That,
Yeah.
Like
You're a boy.
I'm not running.
You're a boy.
Like, oh my god, get
I'm
up.
okay. Get up. You're a boy.
He had a surgery, and them people, like he would have a surgery. I go wander around, go give me something to eat, sit down at the restaurant. They know they have a surgery, girl. Like he's put under, he is down, and you over there doing all kind of stuff. Until one
Doing
day I
the
came
best
back
you
in
know.
there, and them people said, "Mom, I just want you to know, we're trying to wake him up." What you mean?
Yeah.
You trying to wake him up? Oh, something clicked that day, and I was like, "Hold on, wait a minute. You mean to tell me I could lose my baby?" Okay, no, this is a big deal, you know. And from that day, the connection between him and I just kind of like it clicked, and we
Yeah.
just kind of been like this.
Best
Like he
friends.
knows,
Yeah.
I know, and the bond, like it's unexplainable because people will see me and they say, "I don't know how you do it." You know, God didn't choose you
Yeah.
for a reason.
Right.
Yeah.
You can
Right.
handle
That
what I
part.
can handle.
Absolutely.
You know, and
'Cause it takes a special person.
it takes a very
You got to have
special
the
person.
capacity.
You
Yes.
cannot. Everybody can't do
Yes.
this. And some things that I can relate to. Sometimes I used to say, like, I don't know if y'all remember this one lady. She kept pushing her autistic son in the lake. Somebody saved him. She took him down the street, pushed him in the lake again. Somebody saved him. Called the police this time. And I said, you know, I actually get that because you
This
so
how the world
stressed out.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
like she's
Oh, you're saying she had.
She's
trying to-
literally
trying to-
just,
she trying
but
to-
at the same time, I can't do it, but I also can't trust nobody else to do it with you.
Correct.
Now, I don't agree with your methods, but I do get it because people don't understand. They can't relate. They can't explain anything to me. You can't give me the support that I need because you don't understand where I'm coming from. I'm not telling you I want to put them up for adoption. I'm telling you that it's hard and I want to cry.
Correct. And you
And
need
I
help.
need to cry and I
And you
need
need
help.
Right.
And you looking at me like things are normal, things are not normal.
Correct.
Things over here are not regular.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like you don't understand. Now, growing up with my mom used to say things like, you know, like I love you because you're my child, but I don't like you. And the love that I have for my son, that's something that I can never look at him and feel like, you know, I love you because you're my child, but I don't like you.
Yeah.
I can't never look at him and think that.
Never
Even
say
down
that.
to, like maybe like a year ago, my broker was talking about something, but her bond with her mom is so, she's like, my mom has always been supportive. My mom has anything I've ever done. Like my mom has told me I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. Like she spoke life into her
Yes.
child.
I love that.
Nobody else spoke life into me. Ever.
So let me ask you a question, if you don't mind. How old were you when you had your son?
My mama gave me $500 not to get pregnant, or no, not to have a child before I turned 21. I got my
Okay.
$500.
And then you went in.
Absolutely not. I was already pregnant.
Oh.
I turned 21, and 2 weeks later, I gave birth.
Oh wow.
I got my $500 though
You got
because
$500.
technically you said don't have a child.
Yeah.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Give me my money.
You're right.
Oh wow. I
But
love that.
21 though, that's good. That's a good
21,
age.
21.
Especially, and I mean, for us, it wouldn't be. For us,
I was
it would be
16.
because I was
Yeah.
16 when I had my daughter, and I was 15 when I got pregnant. But just
Me
going
too.
back to what you were saying about the support, and we will wrap it up with this is, it was times where, like her, I think I was 22 and I had 3 children.
Mhm.
You know, individuals now are having kids way later on in their stress. So imagine a child
Having
as
children.
myself
Yeah.
having kids, and I'm not saying that I didn't make the choice to have them. I did
Of
do.
course.
I got pregnant, so I'm gonna have them. I'm not going
Right.
to get an abortion,
Right.
Correct.
right? And to each his own.
And I ain't giving them away.
Exactly.
Correct.
And like you said, you didn't have help, and it was times where I had a middle son. He cried a lot. I feel like he was a little colic baby too. But even as he got older, he don't get his way. He cried, right? And sometimes what I would do, because my mom, unfortunately, she had went away for a little while, and I was staying in my first place, and I had 2 of them at the time, and he would cry to the point like wouldn't stop. You can feed, you can do whatever. I used to put him and his sister in the room and close the door, and he would lay on the floor and put his mouth up under the
You're
door
like, you gonna hear me.
and go, right?
Oh,
But it
he's
was
a
me.
menace.
Me putting them in that room and closing the door was keeping me from harming them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I did not know
Yes.
what
else
to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna harm them. I remember the thoughts used to come in my
Yes.
head,
Mhm.
and it was scary, you know, because I didn't know, and I was
Yes.
scared to tell somebody
Yes.
that I need help. I need you to help me
Yeah.
because I don't know what I'm doing with these
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God, you know, henceforward, you know, they're doing great. You know, they're
Yeah.
alive.
Right.
They all
Girl.
graduated.
Ooh.
Everybody is educated. You know what I'm saying? They're
Yes.
so good. Like I did great. Nobody has a criminal record.
Praise God.
Like, you know, like we have to give each other our pats on the
Yes.
back and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because it could have been something totally different.
Completely
So I commend you and I give you your flowers while you're here.
Yes.
God bless you and
Yes.
continually bless
And
you.
strength.
Because that gentleman is gonna be so great.
Woo.
Yeah.
Listen,
It's
yes.
gonna be ridiculous. Because you gave him no other choice
Yeah.
Right.
but to be great.
Right.
And that's for all of y'all. And I'm so sorry we didn't get to you. But
Girl,
we
you're
gonna do a part 2.
superstar, child.
We gonna do a part 2, okay?
I need a part
Because
2.
and y'all let us know how great this was, because it was.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about this. I want to thank these ladies for taking the time out to come. I want to respect everybody's time. And this was just great. So thank you for coming to Safe Space and
Thank
chilling
you.
out with us, right?
you.
And we just gonna say goodbye. Thank you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
But they say the millennial